I love Battlefield, and as a longtime fan of shooters, I finally had a chance to play Hover Junkers on the HTC Vive. The Vive, unlike the Oculus Rift, makes use of physical rooms and has players running around a square between sensors. In the case of Hover Junkers, the square could be the multiplayer lobby, which was a small bar with a robot bartender, alley-oop, a platform at the shooting range, or your actual hover ship used in the multiplayer combat arena. Selecting a gun and holding it with the HTC Vive controller was initially very thrilling. You could flick open the cylinder and look through it, you could turn the gun over and look at the details from all angles. They even scribbled words between each cylinder groove in the revolver. Better than that, when you fire the gun, you actually need to use sight picture, and I found myself closing one eye to line up shots as they do on the range. I would say that one adjustment the game probably needs, though, is the ability to seat the gun higher or lower in the palm of your hand. The virtual hands in the game are tilted a little bit too far forward than my natural hand, which meant I had to cock my hand back further than I normally would to get good sight picture. After practicing at the range, mostly shooting and doing manual reloads, I hopped into a round of multiplayer. I must say the stress of reloading, trying physically to get to your ship's controls, and selecting weapons to shoot back was fantastic. Similar to the active reload mechanic in Gears of War, you have to split your attention to many different actions while under stress. This simulates the feel of shooting a real firearm better than any other 2D counterpart, except maybe Receiver, a game specifically designed to simulate how a firearm works mechanically. Now for the downside of physical shooters in a real room. The cover on the hover platform is about belly button height, so players have a few pieces of junk initially to build around them, but as that gets blown away, you have to duck down to get below cover. While fantastic in VR, in reality you're constantly slamming your knees into the hopefully carpeted ground. This game should probably come with tactical knee pads. Also, you're constantly spinning around to engage targets and getting wrapped up in the HTC Vive's physical cable. This is not only a tripping hazard, but could break the Vive if you stepped on it the wrong way. And let's be honest, there are a lot of middle-aged gamers now. You could actually wrench your back playing this game. Overall though, Hover Junkers is a great proof of concept. After playing it, I firmly believe a Borderlands-style game would be possible in VR. Movement controls being handled by your left hand worked really well. And going from a hover platform to just accepting your virtual feet gliding across the landscape wouldn't be that big of a jump. VR is incredibly expensive, and no particular fully featured shooter is on the horizon. But Hover Junkers, at least in concept, makes me hopeful. There is nothing in 2D gaming right now quite like picking up a gun in VR, closing one eye, and squeezing off a few rounds.